So there's probably a ghost moth somewhere. It's nice of the game not to let me just pilot myself into doom there. I say right as we get tripped up in a bit of an alarm trap situation. Well, let's read teleport, and I would definitely like to kill this ghost moth before we get teleported. That's not a good place. So let's get the heck out of dodge. Otherwise, this might be manageable here. I say as we take a ridiculous amount of poison damage. Let's even quaff a quick curing here. And that is scary stuff. Oh gosh, another ghost. Okay, do I think I can make it to the stairs? Just walking? I think so. I think I can. I think I can. And if you could just kind of back off for but a moment. There we go. Then we can poison you. Scary stuff. Alarm traps, they'll get you. I mean, I tried to step adjacently so that the moth didn't step right into it, but you can't always get what you want. And now, who's to say where the majority of our enemies are going to be around the level? Might run into a few of them. In fact, there's one right there. Definitely just keep trying to get rid of you. At least we knew where they were right off the bat. Makes my job a lot easier at the end of the day. Not too shabby. Don't step on that Zot trap. Excuse me, sir. It's not very thoughtful of you. But okie dokie. It's almost a good thing I didn't get Stormform earlier, otherwise I feel like I would have been tabbing my way through so much of the game and probably got myself killed by now. Know thyself and all of that. Okay, no more ghost moths? Maybe? It would be nice. Also, we might as well check out what this orb is. I don't think we'll be using it. Orb of Mayhem? I don't believe so. But it's still nice to take a peek. Scarf resistance +1 hat. And if we didn't already have the scarf, then that would have been an incredible find. As is, though, not exactly a huge deal. And there's our first rune of the run. Fantastic stuff. Definitely not too bad of a descent through Spider Nest there. And I do believe we will be heading to Shoals right away that there next. And see how it goes. Do a quick peek. Manifold Assault Zone's full power. Stormform is still just at 50, so could definitely do a bit more training in that regard. I guess our unarmed combat is slowly but surely crawling up there. Already down to 0.8 for attack speed, so that's pretty fantastic. Ooh, we lose a decent amount of strength when we go to Stormform. That's good to know when we're this depreciated thanks to the ghost moths. Do not want to find ourselves collapsing in the middle of combat, at least if possible. That would be nice. Also, there's one final check here. If I go to Stormform once more, we do lose our scarf, so we don't actually have resistances. That is good to know. It's looking like we will be wanting to pick up that ring that we left behind in the shop at some point then. Offset our weaknesses in this state as much as we can. In fact, if I do this search again, 880 gold, I do believe, oops, not a dump, we have enough money. So do I even just want to buy that now? The fly and poison resistance are both unnecessary with Stormform, but it might be nice. I'm trying to think of what we find here. Does anything like throw icicle? Are there any fire-related monsters? There probably are that I'm just forgetting. But in general, it's mostly just straight-up damage in Shoals. That's the scary part. So we'll see. We can always escape if need be and go running for our lives. It's always a scary start when you get into Shoals and the first thing you see are those windrakes, because that's how you find yourself in the tricky situation of getting consistently just blown away from your staircase and having no method of escaping. But of course, never doubt in our mind here. Oh, Okay, dispersal boomerangs. I mean, to each their own, I guess. It certainly does something. Let's get Manifold Assault kicking, as we take way more damage than I intended. That's the whole just having mentality sometimes getting me into a wee bit of trouble, just a spot of trouble. Now, if both harpies could see it in their hearts to be next to me, fantastic, so kind. And we should be able to take out just the two of you. Of course, if we keep bringing in more friends as we make our attempts, that's going to be problematic. So let's get out there and just heal back to full. There's no need to be starting all of our encounters already mostly dead. And that should be much smoother. Fantastic. Less harpies would be nice though, because I do want to just abuse the ever-living heck out of OTR here. Whenever possible, really, at the end of the day. Okay, bit of a useless shot, but that's fine. We'll just keep it going. And maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Apparently we're getting just a floor filled to the brim with harpies. The game heard we liked harpies. Arug would be having a traumatic breakdown if they saw what we had to face today. I guess not so much traumatic breakdown as maybe just feeling joy that they get to slaughter this number of harpies at the end of the day, since they don't exactly seem scared to fight us when they think that we also fall into that camp. Hello, my snapping turtle friend, goodbye, and we'll just keep it moving here. As we drop into a shaft, perfect, that's exactly what I wanted. Not at all terrifying. Not having any idea where a staircase is. In the middle of shoals. You have throw icicle, don't you? You son of a gun. So that's maybe not ideal. Still low enough health, but I think we can take them down before we get hit too many times by that. But you can see that we're already at a rough health total as more and more enemies come in as they hear our spells. So let's drink an early heal wounds here. Try and ignite poison and just kill that son of a gun. Fantastic. We are barbed, which may or may not be problematic moving forward. Let's just keep the toxicity irradiating. Kill the one elemental at least. Oh gosh, more friends. Okay, we have to ignite that poison and get rid of the ones causing us trouble there. And now we have to start worrying about Water Strike, of course. You shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm tempted to irradiate and just try and kill both of these, and in fact I think we kind of have to. Doesn't quite do the trick, but a second cast does. Oh, you're still alive. How about that? You were supposed to be dead. Let's drink one more heal wounds. I don't love how many of those we're using. I mean, it is kind of exceptional circumstances, seeing as how we did get shafted here, so whatever we can do to help ourselves survive is probably for the best. And if everyone could stop wandering up to me as I try to do my best to get some good old R&R here, that would be fantastic. Don't want to get greedy or anything, but please. Oh no. That is very bad. Javelineer popping out when we're already at low health. That's a big oof. We can try and just walk away. But unfortunately, when you're heading off into the unknown, it's not exceptionally safer by any stretch. So what do we wish to do with you, my friend? No, exactly, Railbird. I'm very concerned about the two-shot scenario here. I mean, we can just try and put up some clouds. We can use our flame wand to put up some steam and then maybe even try and teleport out of here. I don't love reading a teleport in this situation, of course, just because it could put us somewhere terrifying. So I'm actually going to read a fog and just try and keep hidden. I will stay in storm form as much as I possibly can. Ah, there you are. Perfect. You found me. Okie dokie. So, I definitely want to get into close range with the Javelinier so that Irradiate can do the trick here. The issue is if I step up and then immediately get slammed by Javelin and that Trident, things are going to be a bit nasty. On the flip side, I don't know if there's a lot else that we could do here. I mean, I could chug a haste and hope that that gives us some extra turns to get rid of some of these issues. I'm trying to think, if we step up and to the right, it may also put enough clouds between us that the Javelinier can't see us, but it's kind of just putting off the inevitable, and unfortunately there's a lot of water around, so they're generally going to be a little bit faster than me. So, could read Fear instead, and hope that we hit them all, and run the opposite way. Or we can try and finish them off here. Neither of which is great, I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's go with the Fear. Javelinier does get frightened. Satyr starts walking up, and we've seen that they are able to hit us pretty hard. I think I will read Teleport and just hope we land somewhere good. Not bad. Not great though, as the Javelinier continues to stalk towards us. 58 health, and there is a decent gap between us and the Javelinier. I'm hoping they follow around up here, because then we at least have a bit of an opportunity to close the gap without taking javelins to the face, something I'm a big fan of. So let's drink another heal wounds. Oh, dispersals. Rough. And hope that we can kill the Javelinier in just a couple casts. Even a few should be good enough. Terrifying. Terrifying stuff. Okay, Ignite Poison. And one more Ignite Poison could maybe kill off the merfolk. Fantastic, and it does indeed so. Let's put Unarmed Combat on in the background here, and on the flip side we can also start training a bit more air magic. And what else? I guess we could train like some dodging. Get that working in our favor. I never mind having a bit of evocations as well. We're in a pretty decent spot in terms of our skill training here. We have a lot of options moving forward. Please just let me hide. You sons of guns. Okay, now please let me hide. Just for long enough to heal up is all I ask for. I mean, it would also be nice if I could find a stairwell that brings me back upstairs, but I'm not going to get too greedy. Just staying alive for the time being, I think, is good enough. It's a start. Hello, my Impaler friend. You should be manageable. And see, at least the net just comes out now. If we'd had nets in play earlier, we definitely would have been in a lot of trouble. But that is perfect. I I will be taking these stairs up, but I feel like we might as well try and do some damage while we're at it. Could potentially even do a bit of shouting. Hello, my sea snack. And that looks like just about everyone. Let's head back up. Was a little bit risky, seeing as how we could have landed in the middle of a bunch of enemies, but we're perfectly fine. Look at that. I would like to take a little bit of barb damage just to step here. We look downstairs. Oh right, we never found any of these, so we don't actually know if this is safe or not. I'm sure we'll be fine. Let's just finish off this fight here, shall we? Oh my gosh, that airstrike dealt way more damage than I thought. I was just waiting out turns doing nothing, which was, by and large, a mistake. Jeez Louise. How much damage does your airstrike do, my friend? I guess we are surrounded by empty space. That is fair enough. I think I will go for the ignite poison though. Kills the merfolk, almost kills the drake. And what are our odds of hitting you? 70% chance to evade. Any guaranteed damage that won't take time? OTR, unfortunately, not exactly fitting the bill there. If I do this, what are my odds of hitting you with Manifold Assault, friend? Not good enough, so let's instead just hit you with a good old Ice Blast. And then please, I just need, again, some mere moments to get myself back into a suitable position for company. You know, I wasn't expecting company. Perfect. Oh, Shoals. How you terrify me. I would like this throwing net if possible, so we should do a quick pass through. Let's find what we can toss. Boomerangs can go, even poisonous darts can probably go at the end of the day here. Anything else that's overstayed its welcome? No, I think I'm happy with that to start off. And let's see what we have here, shall we? +2 pair of boots will only help us when we're not in storm form, but that's still nice. +2 cloak that is also still of resistance, pretty much. I mean, that's lovely. It will get, again, just melded to our body, but that's a pretty small price to pay. So let us put that son of a gun on. I don't see us switching out of that anytime soon. And while we're at it, let's put on our new boots that now actually kind of match our armor. Would you look at that? I mean, it doesn't matter when you're just going to rampage around, taking on the form of the storm itself, but still important that we know what's underneath is an outfit to die for. Okie dokie. Onwards we go. It's almost getting to the point where I think Manifold Assault is just the better option over OTR and Ignite Poison. But not quite all the way there yet. Terrifying. That's just a Javelineer completely on their own, no friends whatsoever. They elicit that level of fear response in me. Jeez Louise, but there's Shoals 1. We've done it. We've made progress. Perfect. And here we can get a little bit dangerous and just walk away once we get a few of those nice early kills secured. Just making the stairs safer for the next trip, really, at the end of the day. And that's all a guy can ask for, right? Perfect. Look at how much of this level we explored before finding even a single staircase. How about that? I mean, it ended up working out for us, so I guess I shouldn't really complain too much. But I'm going to. I mean, what are we if not constantly complaining about things that in the long run aren't that big of a deal? And not too shabby. And so it continues. Again, not a heck of a lot to say about the run itself. Besides maybe that Stormform has definitely upped itself in my my mental rankings on the different things. I feel like I could definitely see myself reaching out a little bit sooner in the run, or trying to get it online as soon as possible the next time around. Not fully converted yet, but on the way at the very least. Starting to trend in that direction. Perfect. But onwards we go. Ah, and there we go. There's the terrifying reality of our situation. Perfect. And here I was starting to have hope that it would just be, you know, a smooth ride. No problems, no issues in life. That's definitely asking a bit much here. I would like to be on the stairs, thank you. And then we can kind of just munch our way through enemies until we start feeling unsafe or they're all dead. Fortunately, we find ourselves in column B there. I do love to see it. Wow, that's a lot of useless manifold assault casts. That was all of our magic and didn't really do a heck of a lot. So maybe something to keep in mind for the future. That's where OTR definitely does manage to shine above and beyond, just because at least it can't really miss and it hits everyone on the screen regardless of spell power. So there's something to be said for that, to say the least. But have we cleared the majority of this floor just in our initial attempt to find a stairwell? It seems like it, for the moment at least. That is a-okay. Staff of Fire we can leave behind. Scroll of ID. I guess we still have a lot of potions that we haven't found out yet. In fact, I don't think we've found a generation, so if we are able to stumble our way into that, we'll be able to also get, where'd the scarf go? But another inventory slot above the scarf and boots that we should have dropped a long while ago. Ring of Flight can even go now that we have that built in to our storm form. And let us, before we continue down to the final floor of Shoals, go buy this ring. Or not. Oh gosh. What's blocking us from getting there? I mean, it might just be the exclusion? If I go D... oh gosh, where were you? D14. Go D14. We can get there just fine. We'll see where the issue was. Oh, this is the terrifying floor where we left a bunch of vault enemies behind, so there is that for sure. And where are you, my friend? If I view you. No, not that kind of view, but that's fine. Where the heck are you? Wait a second. Oh, I'm on D11, that's why. Broke my brain for a moment there. It's because of all these exclusions, I believe. But now if I go to D14, are we happy? Yes, I will enter the next level. Perfect. That took way more effort than it possibly should have. But that's fine. Let's buy that son of a gun now. We have some decent resistances. Could even just swap to it if we wanted. If I lose all that intelligence, where does that leave me? Stormform goes back up to 14% failure rate. A little oof, but should be okay. Can always just cast Stormform, then swap into the ring. Rinse and repeat. Again, maybe not the most sensible answer to our problems, but it should do just fine. At least okay. So let's see if I'm not wearing you. Down to 9%. I won't get tired of just clicking twice every time I cast our transmutations, right? That won't get annoying fast or anything. Also, yeah, geez, look at that damage coming in. I put a lot of credit in towards the names of the Javelineers, but really, those satyrs pack a little bit of a wallop in their own regard too. Gotta throw at least a little bit of respect on that name. And perfect. There you are. Let's see if I can't kill you with our current mana, which I can. Holy moly. Well, that's pretty much the ideal situation. I was hoping we wouldn't have to run the risk of walking down a stairwell directly into a Javelineer again. Never a lot of fun. Especially when the Windrake joins the club here and starts shoving us around like a schoolyard bully. Hey Dan Brandy, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Always lovely to see ya. Okie dokie, we'll keep it chugging for now. We're seemingly still doing okay. I need to get to the stairs though before that satyr starts unleashing all hell upon our souls. Perfect. What are we playing and why is it not Deep Elf? You know, that's a question I ask myself every day. Why don't I torture myself with Deep Elf runs for eternity? Or better yet, let's go feel it. But no, we're currently on the Demigod run and things are going smoothly. At least as smoothly as you could hope to expect with me being in the pilot seat. It's all a relative thing at the end of the day. Perfect. Never finished a game with Demigod? You know, to be honest, I don't know if I have either. I played them every once in a while back in the day, but ever since my return a year or two ago, I haven't really tried out Demigods at all. And I mean, now they're in the best shape of their lives because they got super buffed in 0.27 or something like that. And so I am definitely enjoying running around with, I mean, when we're not in storm form, we have 52 intelligence. So I mean, who needs a Deep Elf when you can instead just be the smartest half-god child to walk this plane of existence? I feel like that's pretty much on its way to Jeez Louise, let's get out of deep water. But on its way to having those level 9 spells castable at a very early moment in the run. And what the heck are you doing here, McGlottal? Jeez Louise. So Corrupt is going to be very scary. If I can get you next to me, I might just be able to irradiate you into the next life. You're waiting comedic timing where I praise Demigod as something shreds me to bits. Well, you may have showed up just in time to see exactly that, because I'm not sure how a fight against McGlottal will go. We'll bring out our own McGlottal and see if that helps out. I guess we could. Are you affected by silence for those divine abilities? You are. In that case, get flooded. And then instead of walking up, I think I'm just going to start throwing down some manifold assaults on my end. And the corrupt scared me for a minute there, but that's my McGlottal corrupting, so never mind, that's perfect. You do love to see it. Now I just kind of wanted to try to kill everything while I still had some friends around, but they're all gone, and Polyphemus has shown up out of the blue, tossing their Cataplebas right next to me, of course. Okie dokie. So we're still in a pretty decent position ourselves, at least. Question becomes, do I want to teleport out of here? Just throw ally. Hey, you do have large rocks, and you hit like a truck. We have an okay amount of the level explored. So, you know, I think I am going to read teleport. Then focus on just, you know, not getting turned to stone. Well, that's a lovely teleport and all. Don't get me wrong, DCSS, I'm grateful. But if you could maybe try just the slightest amount. Oh, Polyphemus turned to stone. That might have actually been a good opportunity to wreak some havoc, but instead, I'd rather just play it a little bit safer here. Let's head upstairs. Make sure we're in the best shape of our lives. Ah. You know, I should have seen that one coming. Well, guess this is my life now. Let's just throw everything in the kitchen sink at the problem and see what happens, shall we? Manifold assault while we wait for the toxicity to build up, and perfect. I will definitely take that. How about it? So I think before what happened is that the shortest path to this stairwell is actually going through the floor below, which, you know, fair enough, game. You're doing all the math, you're running the numbers, and I appreciate you for it, but still terrifying. Glad it didn't happen when we had like multiple javelineers or something like that hanging out. As we get marked, don't mind me. If everyone could just chill and ignore me waddling my way to the stairs here, that would be fantastic. Now we're gonna see how long I can push this, which is probably a bad idea. In fact, let's just get out now while we have an opportunity, shall we? And I don't even trust my auto-pathing anymore. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I was the one that messed up. I'm guessing I went down and then I hit enter here, so that's why it went the bottom path, but better safe than sorry. Let's just pull out all the stops to make sure the game doesn't misunderstand us. You know, a lot of things could be solved if we just got rid of the amount of misunderstandings in the world. At least that's what TV tropes have taught me. Because in basically every movie and TV show, things could be completely solved by characters literally just talking to each other one time in their lives about what's important to them. But that's also kind of hypocritical of me, because I'm not very good at talking about myself, or my own feelings at the very least. Okie dokie, my friends. Come one, come all. Perfect. Nice, easy. I guess not start to our Shoals 4, but continuation of such. And I mean, at least the alarm trap did kind of shake the hornet's nest and bring everyone out to bear, so it might, just maybe, make the rest of our job slightly easier here. I say as I get completely surrounded by all these merfolk. Hello, friends. Should still be able to deal with them before too long. For me, a lot of deaths could be prevented from unbinding Tab and O, but here we are regardless. I feel you there, for sure. That is almost doubly so applicable to me. But I just can't help it. Me and O have a special relationship where no matter how much abuse I take, I can't help but think that next time it will be better. Hello, friends. Oh, there are multiple sun demons. Oh, you didn't come from the haunting earlier, or the corrupting rather. You just chill here, huh? Huh. Strange that. Tab is clearly the best button. In general, maybe. But in terms of keeping myself alive, I don't think I feel comfortable making that claim. But there's some things more important in DCSS, like having a good time. And so here we are. Ah, hello friends. Manifold Assault making short work. We do see the first little bit of corrosion that we received from the ring that we're wearing. So we've gone pretty lucky in that regard so far, and it's maybe something we'll have to keep in mind for the future. For the time being. Not the end of the world, at least. I mean, one thing I was thinking about is I don't believe that corrosion resistance helps against resisting that specific brand of corrosion. I could be wrong, but I've been kind of ignoring it for the time being under that assumption. Here we go. Let's get a bunch of these potions ID'd. We do have cancellation now. Potion of Magic also can be a huge help. And there's the degeneration finally. So we can drop those Sons of Guns and free up a little bit of space. Perfect. And, you know, Suguzo, you got a point there. Nice cheap teleport scrolls. Let's definitely pick those up. Nice to know we have extra amnesia if we ever need to do a bit more of a overhaul on our spell list. That's all fantastic stuff. That should be the end of Shoals. Just did the final little touch of exploring, and holy moly, we are 2 runes deep already. Not a bad start to our evening. We did get a decently early start today, so we're making good progress. Whoa. But let's try not to rush too much and stay alive and all that fantastic stuff. So where do we wish to go now? Could dip into vaults. Not too shabby there. I mean, I'd prefer to go vaults before depths, probably. I guess we never finished Orc. Do I think I could kill Saint Roka? Saint Roka can be surprisingly tough. I mean, it helps that they have, what, like 198 HP or something ridiculous? But just me versus them. I have Phantom Mirror, Wild Floods, all the good stuff up.